So unpack that a little bit for us, Linz, because you do this on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. So, and it is just taking the buyer personas one step further. So understanding who your buyers, your target buyers, and your ideal buyers, because there are definitely scenarios where you may enjoy working with specific groups of people more than others. And so we want to be able to target them and then position them as the hero of the story. So it's really unfortunate. A lot of people market and make themselves the center of the story. And they're about like, this is what we do. And this is, where we are in the market or whatever. But when you're communicating with potential clients, it's very important to position the potential customer as the hero of the story, and then come alongside them as the guide, and then give them, and it's actually a very strict framework, but putting your marketing into that story framework actually, there's actually, Barb says it perfectly, our content strategist, she explains that story, like we've all been told stories our entire lives, and they've actually made pathways, like well-worn pathways in our brain, and that's where we want to put our client stories, because they'll be memorable. The people will remember them, they'll connect with them, and they'll come back to you. Even if they're not ready to buy now, they'll think of you next time they have a need. So utilizing that story guide framework it's been a huge shift for us, and it has been an incredible shift for our clients. So I really love it.
Yeah, because that's sort of one of the things that we see a lot of times is being in a scenario where we'll work with a certain client and you'll go to their website. Let's pretend it's an orthopedic client, right? And they'll say, well, we have a variety of different specialties, and we have a doctor who's going to help you with knees. He's going to help you with spine. He's going to help you. And it's constantly like, this is who we are and this is what we do. And this is who we are and this is what we do. But what happens here is that a lot of times, if you could just pivot the message and says, hey, you know what, where do you hurt and how can we help? It's a very dramatic, it seems like a subtle shift, but from a user's perspective, like you said, those stories are already ingrained in our mind, and you'd think less in that process. And when you think less in that process, what happens is that the story just kind of goes, it's less thinking, it's less to digest, it's less mental energy.
Yep.
And usually that's how they gravitate to your brand.